Hello everyone, Darren here, and welcome to Frostpunk 2. Today we're starting a new story-based playthrough on the Steward preset difficulty, which says it leaves little room for error, so knowing me, there's a very real possibility that we don't make it through this. For this series, I'm going to be explaining the mechanics as I go to the best of my ability, but for the first episode, I just wanted to keep it moving rather than just being stuck in the tutorial pages for too long, and get the prologue done before the real challenge begins in the next episode. Now, the story of Frostpunk 2 continues directly after Frostpunk 1, with the captain of the city on his deathbed. It's been 30 years, and I'd recommend my 14-episode series on that game, also on the hard difficulty, as it's one of my favorites on the channel. I always recommend it. It's weird to recommend your own stuff, but it's just really good. I like to think I threaded the needle many times and got a little bit lucky, without resorting to any real dire choices. I treated my people well and fair, and the city survived. Also, as this is a new channel of mine, any help is appreciated with subscribing and liking the video to hopefully increase visibility a bit. Without any further delay, let's begin. The Wanderers. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost, and now another whiteout is coming. And again, we've reached the old machine. Again, we will rely on its furnace to provide heat through the storm. Now, in the past, we always made sure there were enough supplies for the next whiteout, but our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. We must survive. And there we have it, the old dreadnought. Boom! Alright, awesome. I'm so hyped for this. I've had it for a few days and I haven't been able to play it, just been extremely busy, and I've just been dying, itching to get into it, so fight the cold! The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break ice to reach one of the oil wagons and construct an extraction district to use it. Then we can turn on the dreadnought's furnace to heat us. We will restart the furnace. I'm just going to be pausing time, probably quite frequently. I'll try to keep the gameplay moving, but obviously we're starting a brand new game. I want everyone who's joining us to catch up and understand the UI and the mechanics that are at play, and of course I'm going to be learning as I go too. I have actually played a little bit of this prologue before, as several months ago, April I think, I was actually invited out to 11-Bit Studios with a bunch of other creators, and we got our first little tease and taster of Frostpunk 2 and another game called The Altars, which is still set to come out. So, but it's been a while. Haven't played it since then, so we're going to be seeing what's changed and learning things. Already, the UI is actually quite different than I remember. So just very quickly, up in the top left, we've got our population, our available workforce of that population. Then I think the next one over is how many people are sick. 200 scraps, that's kind of our money/currency for now. Prefabs, which is kind of like building materials, and then we have our shelter. So very quickly, if we see red there, that's the part that's unfulfilled. If we see gold, then we're oversupplying it, so that's great. But we're at 10, short 39 right now. Then food, pretty obvious, we're lacking 66, we're not providing anything, and then we have materials, and so on and so forth. Next thing you need to worry about is our heat is going to be just right there in the top of the screen. We have hunger, disease, cold, and squalor. And as time goes on and we learn more about the game, we'll develop more communities down on the bottom of the screen. Alright, so our objectives are on the left of the screen. The whiteout is arriving in 88 weeks, and we will fail the prologue if we do not provide a certain amount of food in that time. So fight the cold, frost break to an oil wagon, and construct an extraction district, and turn on the furnace in the dreadnought. So if we hover over or press Alt, we can see where all the different resources are. Alright, so we've got oil right next to us. Let's get cracking. We'll do some frost breaking here. So this is going to cost us 300 workforce are needed to be able to do it, but you get them back as soon as it's done. And then 30 scraps. Alright, so we're just going to carve our way straight out over the oil deposit. And it looks like we could probably get to the next one. There's now 8 little tiles that we can kind of unlock here. So that's pretty good to me. Maybe we'll just get another one there. Alright, let's commit to that. Next thing I want to do, build a housing district. We have enough for it. We also have food districts and extraction districts. Prologue keeps things fairly simple, and every now and then you'll see pop-ups in the bottom right saying like, we've got all these different tutorials. So most of this stuff I'm going to know early on, but if we need to clarify something, I'll probably be hopping in here. Maybe I'll even cut it out. Try to keep the gameplay moving, especially just early on. Alright, so, housing district. Right, we've got barely any shelter right now. A few people living in the dreadnought itself, I guess, because it does have a district to its own. Alright. So, housing district, 100 workforce required to maintain it, 40 heat, 15 shelter. If we go 1, 2, 3, we get locked in because we get that extra heat bonus, which is nice. 1, 2, 3. So 6 in total, and we'll confirm that. We'll do both of these at the same time. We'll let time play now. Let these guys get underway. Now, we could continue frost breaking, actually. So we might want to do that as well. So there's food district right over here, so maybe we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're a little short of that one, but we'll make our way out towards it. Let's get that stuff going in the background, because why not? Now we'll speed up time just a little bit as we're waiting for these first projects to get done. So once we crack into that oil and get an extraction district up and running, we should be able to power on that generator. Alright. Oil wagon, 40,000 oil right there. So we'll open up our district, extraction district. Just have a quick read. 150 workforce required to maintain it and build it, actually. 70 prefabs, 50 scraps. It provides 60 oil, 150 materials, and 20 a week in prefabs. Alright, I didn't realize you get prefabs from it. That's cool. So, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 2, 3. That needs 3 tiles, so we'll do the third one there. Alright, cool. Want to leave space around the generator for the heat for the housing districts. This will be our first oil setup. And here, what is this? This is construction wagon with prefabs. It's not the same as materials. That'll be something else we'll have to get, which I think I saw. Yeah, so there's 2 material depots over there. And then there is oil, food, and prefabs over on the left. And there's a little bit of food, actually, down there. Alright, cool. Good to know. Good to get it spotted. Frostbreakers are out there doing their thing. Alright, I'll speed it up a little bit. Now we've got our first little instance of cold. Let's just have a quick read about it. Make sure shelter and heat needs are fulfilled. Not satisfying these leads to mainly increases cold. High cold increases disease, decreases growth, and causes reoccurring events of citizens freezing to death. Well, that's great. Pay attention to area effects. Yeah, we've already kind of dealt with that. Alright, cool. Okay, so shelter it's telling me about next. So your population needs shelter to survive. If not provided, cold will aggressively rise in the city. It's mainly provided by housing districts, but remember, as other types of districts, it needs heat. If the heat demand in the city is not fulfilled, cold will rise, but at a lower rate compared to the lack of shelter, so better to house people than to leave them out in the cold completely. Building housing districts in the right place, in proximity to each other, can reduce that heat demand. So that's what we need to do that, desperately. We're at negative 40 right now. Obviously, we're about to get the generator up and running when we get the oil. We'll do the next one. So we need 6 tiles available to even build. So we'll have to do some more frost breaking out this way. So if we kind of count it out, it looks like we've got maybe... It's really difficult to actually count it out. I suppose like this is better. So 4 right there. 5, 6. And then we can maybe make our way down towards that food. Yes, that's perfect. Alright, cool. So that's be the next housing expansion ready. And there wasn't enough down here either. I'd like to build on this side maybe as well. Alright, time is playing again. Now, we've got 540 prefabs. We could actually start getting our food up and running, it seems. 1, 2, 3. Easy peasy. Just to check that out. Food district, construction 200 workforce, 140 prefabs, and 60 scraps. It maintains 200 workforce, but it demands 30 heat. Gonna go into a heat deficit. Oh, actually, this will probably get built first, so we should be okay there. Alright, nice. All looking good. I think I'm on top of things. Let's see what we got. Oil. As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of this old machine is a testament to the hardships that made us, but more importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It's allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and it'll do so again. We have oil. We can turn on the furnace. Okay. I see. Generator. This is a huge piece of UI. It almost feels like the UI is scaled up, but I actually did have a look in the settings, and there's no way to scale it. Generator on. Okay, so our output is 60. Fuel 30 doubles into 60. We have plus 30 extra. Okay, so Frostbreak to a construction wagon and build an extraction district to provide prefabs and build 2 housing districts. Alright, we've got 1 out of 2 done already. We should have the room for the next one. 1, 2, 3. Locked in for heat. 20 heat's a lot, you know, it's half of the heat that a district would require. So that's good. Alright, we are locked in. Next up, there's more oil out here, and then there's the construction wagon right there. We have the... No, we don't have any scraps right now. So you know what? We're going to talk to the Wanderers. And what is this? So we have the special things that they do. So we've been roaming the cold, harsh world for many years. Tighten the belts. Hunger is significantly increased. Food demand is decreased. Favors. Take scraps. Those not working should donate their saved scraps. Yes, I agree with that. We'll put it to better use. Because we can get them to Frostbreak out this way. So... Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the 3 heat bonus here. Let me just see real quickly. If we were to build a housing district, yeah, it's not cracked though, so we can't get into it. That should be though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think we get our heat bonus there for another housing district. Might just have to crack it separately twice. But we need the prefabs first, so I'm just going to do that then, I guess. Alright, so let's go like this. And then we'll just have to build out that way, I think. It's probably another efficient way of doing it, but whatever. Try my best. Alright, now, we can keep Frostbreaking because that's a good amount of scraps to do this elsewhere, so we're on that fertile soil now. Let's make our way, snake our way all the way out to that deposit and start going out to the next food as well. Still have more to do, more Frostbaking, and while we have the workforce to do it, I feel like we should just crack on. So we can't do that until that one's done, so maybe just down this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's food out this way. Do we want to do one more? No. We don't want to spend too much all at once, because we can't even build that many districts all at once, so we might as well just leave it like this, see how we get on. Alright, cool. Let's speed up time. Trust seems okay. We'll see what happens if we hit any events. Now, so, just to recap, this is our first food district, almost done. Another housing district, almost done, so that'll provide the 2 that we require. And we're Frostbreaking out to this area here to get our prefabs. Oh, the Frostbreakers are actually coming in when they're done. They didn't used to do that. That's kind of nice. Okay then, so in this case, we've made our first little bit of food, but it's still not enough. Let's do the extraction district now here. 1, 2, and 3. So that'll be our prefabs to allow us to build. And then maybe oil, although we don't need... Oh yeah, we'll need it when we add the extra house. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Cool. Alright, so that's both oil deposits that are here. Was there another one? There is another one down there. Huddle the camp close together. We'll be better prepared for when the whiteout hits, indeed. Alright, we'll just keep it on ×2 speed, I think is a good speed to have at this point. Now, just to check over my things again, another extraction district. We could do the materials, actually, and maybe ease up on things out there. Let's start that. 2, 3. Alright, cool. Putting our workforce to use. So, shelter, we're still lacking 9. Food, we're lacking 21, so we're not stockpiling, and materials are completely scarce. Finnan Kell, a 42-year-old gardener, pouring sand in his hands. We've been here so many times. The soil is depleting. A couple more, and there will be no point erecting the hothouses. There'll be nothing to grow food on. And the yield is so low, either we pull emergency shifts or tighten our belts. Otherwise, there might not be enough for everyone. We might not be able to fill food stockpiles without exceptional measures. Okay. Lack of prefabs. We don't have enough prefabricated components, making further construction impossible. Maybe some prefabs left in one of the construction wagons. Yeah, we're already getting them. We're ahead of you. Way ahead of you. This will be prefabs right here. Alright, we've established some heat and shelter for our people. We must now turn our attention to the incoming whiteout. First, we must frost break to the smaller patches of fertile soil suitable for growing food. Then, we must store it in easily accessible depots. We must move quickly so no one starves. We secured our immediate survival. Now we have to stockpile as much food as possible before the whiteout forces us to take shelter. To do that, we're going to need to produce more food than our demand. We're not stockpiling right now. We need 40,000. Currently, we can hold 10. You can build stockpile hubs. There are different types of stockpile hubs, but in the prologue, just this one. Okay. That's interesting. They have unique tutorials just for the prologue. Alright, so can we do more frost breaking? Let's just see what a housing... We can't even afford it yet. 140 prefabs. We're making... How many now? 20 per week. I'd like to get another housing district as soon as possible, just to make sure everyone has shelter so people aren't freezing too much. And the next extraction district, we could throw it down on oil, but we don't need it. We're okay for it right now. Not that I want to wait until things get desperate. Once heat drops, though, I suppose in about 10 or 20 weeks, then we're going to need it. Alright, let time move. At least these guys are doing fine. Food is doing fine. Could we be frost breaking? Yeah, probably. So get this next patch of food, or do we get the food down here? If I recall correctly, it was something to do with like seals or something. Okay, there'll be another food deposit. And that way, just really try to stay on top of food. 2 people have been registered as sick. Unresolved problems in a city can make part of its workforce absent. There are 2 main types of absences, sick and injured. The injured will rejoin the available workforce over time. The number of sick workers increases proportionally to how high disease currently is. These people will rejoin the available workforce upon decreasing disease in the city or after being cured in hospitals. You may encounter other types of absences due to various events and decisions you make. Okay. The stress begins. So what are we up to? Diminishing squalor, stable cold, stable and minor disease, and notable hunger and growing. Okay, yeah, we need to provide more food. We are now actually stockpiling materials, which is interesting. Is that possible? Actually, no, we're not, because we don't save it up. There's no stockpile. And we can't build one in the tutorial, so it just is what it is. What we could do, I suppose, is lower the workforce down, which is a new mechanic, I think, until it kind of evens out. So maybe here? That gives us some of our workforce back to do other things. Alright, another housing district. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes, we are locked in. 4, 5. Oh, you can get an extra 20 heat from being next to another housing district? That's cool. We'll just do this. This should be okay. Alright, that'll be everyone housed. Now we're just waiting on more prefabs to come in. And then we can build the extra food. Hopefully start stockpiling it, because that's really what we need to be doing, right? We're on 0 out of 40,000. Alright, we'll speed time up then, a bit more significantly. At least we've got good oil and everything, there's no problems there. I wonder would it be worth... Maybe when the temperature drops we can boost the generator. If we don't have enough yet. Okay, so that's the housing done. So now we have extra housing, so that's great. People are happy. Cold should be diminishing, which it is. Hunger is the next thing there, right? We've only got 1 thing on food. We've got 2 open food deposits. 1 here, 1 here. In fact, we've actually got 3. So really, we just need as much prefabs now as possible to build one after the other. I maybe jumped the gun a bit with the materials, maybe. Because we don't really need it, and I could have maybe used those prefabs to do food a bit earlier. I think that probably would have been smarter. What did we need? We needed 140. We got 150. So first food district, let's go with the one down by the seals. Commit to that. What else can we do? We can always make them tighten their belts and not eat very much, but that would make hunger far worse. Hunger gradually increases... Let's just let time play. Gradually increases disease and reduces growth. Hunger rises when there's not enough food to satisfy the demand. So disease and population growth. We're not growing though, right? Our population remains stable. Okay, so we don't have to really worry about that. Alright, let's just speed up time quite significantly now. I think we're just waiting on a few of these buildings. So that's another batch of food. Now we're stockpiling. Love to see it. Up to 10,000. We are going to be done in 96 weeks. That is not enough time. Alright, so, but obviously, just every time we get 140 prefabs, we're just slamming down another one of these things. And we could use emergency shifts to boost productivity, which we'll probably do. See how much it hurts us. Alright, 150. Let's do another food district. Alright, oil is good. Hunt sparingly, and we'll have seal forever. Indeed, don't overfish. What do we got? Trey Cleghorn, 62, a seamstress, so others may live. My knees ache and my fingers are so stiff, I can't hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob play by the evening fire, but maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves to lower the food required. God damn. What a noble cause. I don't think I could do that. I say that as someone with no kids, I guess. Still pretty selfish. Okay. Still just waiting on getting more prefabs. The next food building is almost up and running. Okay, we brought it down to 50 weeks. Alright, we're already ahead of time. Not bad. Yeah, things are looking good actually then. A mysterious symbol, the captain's legacy. One of our frost-breaking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads, New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon. And he bears the obscure insignia. Insignia, sorry. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has religious significance. Maybe you've heard of this New London before and can settle their debate. It symbolizes order or faith. So this is like saying, like, what was our backstory? So I have a playthrough of Frostpunk on hard on my channel. It's one of my favorite playthroughs. Whenever anyone comes to the channel, I always say, I know it's weird to recommend my own content, but that is one series I strongly recommend. It's 14 episodes, edge of your seat stuff. Couldn't be happier with how, like, the overall playthrough went. And the back and forth with the comments was so good. If you can just get by the first 10 minutes where I'm talking about Patreon for ages, and I don't have one anymore. However, and sorry to hold on the screen for so long, I didn't really choose either. So we could say I don't recognize the symbol. This will create a continuity in which New London has leaned on either order or faith to survive. I think maybe we'll go with, if it's going to pick one or the other anyway, I think we'll go with order. I leaned into order, for sure, but I didn't go all the way down to the bottom. And in fact, I was actually checking my playthrough, and I think on day 28, I just stopped passing laws. And the game ends on day 45 or something. So like almost, 2/3 of the way through the game, I just stopped doing laws. I'm kind of a middle-of-the-road type guy. Or centrist, if you want to call it that. So people were kind of annoyed, but if you watch the playthrough, I'm happy with the decision I made. So we'll go with order, because we did lean that way. But I didn't go... This is the thing that kind of turns me off about it. It says, it's a city of discipline that follows strong leadership, where militant squads keep the peace. We didn't really do that. But okay, maybe in the 30 years that followed, that kind of happened. So we'll stick to it. What's the symbol? Oh, resource deposit nearly depleted. I wonder, does that factor into the timer? Or does it just know at this rate you're gaining, that's how much time, but if you run out, suddenly the timer jumps back up. 17 weeks remain. Interesting. Now, something I've just noticed, I haven't frostbroken everywhere actually. We haven't gotten out to here or there, so we should just do that while we've got some money. 2, 3, 4. Guess it doesn't really matter. And the other one, we don't have enough workforce now to do it. Yeah, we'll frostbreak that, then we'll frostbreak this, and then all our districts are open to us, I think, to just build on. No resources left. Okay, so we've actually run out of prefabs. Wow, that's quicker than I thought. 38 scraps get given back to us, and 53 prefabs if we demolish the area. Alright, let's do that then. This is a lot of infrastructure to kind of build every time they visit here. This is like a proper roaming horde, I guess. They come back, it said something like they come back here every time there's about to be a whiteout to use the generator. It's a lot of building that they have to erect in that time. Alright. We can frostbreak out to here now. because we had the workforce from that other district, are finished. And the temperature is about to drop, so we could do an extraction district on this oil. So otherwise they're going to be quite unhappy. Alright, speed of time. Oh wow, we've actually cleared all of our negatives. We're totally good. There's no cold, no disease, no hunger, no squalor. Now this is the prologue, and I have, in theory, played it before, technically. Like 3 or 4 months ago. So it's obviously going to be a little easier. Our stores are almost full of food, but we still need more for the whiteout. We need secure depots that can house our rations. Oh yeah, of course. We can't store 40,000 until we actually build that. So down here, construct a hub. Okay, so output 15,000 stockpile capacity for food is increased. Proximity, workforce demand in neighboring food districts is decreased. Oh. That's also different. Oh yeah. 10% workforce reduction. Wow. You have to cover 3 tiles with proximity. Okay, yeah, just build it there then, I guess. Oh, I didn't actually check. Oh, we just let it do its thing, but how much was that? 80 prefabs. Okay. I'm a little nervous now, because I don't think I can build prefabs there to get more, but when this runs out, I suppose we can get rid of that. Get some back, and then build out to the other ones. That's materials. I don't know why we'd need more materials. There's never going to be that demand. Well, literally, as I said it, there is. Well, we can just increase our workforce. There we go. Colder season, heat demand is increased. Fire up that generator. We're at negative 25 heat. Overdrive me, please. 44 weeks to go. Let's speed up time. Right, so our depot has been built, and this has a requirement of 100 workforce. We have 370 workforce available. We have no more prefabs, though. That's kind of the issue. We also have another food deposit that we're not tapping just yet, but I want to get more prefabs. Is this going to run out soon? Nope. 63 weeks, 73, they're fine. Materials, are they going to run out soon? 121. Nope, we're totally good then. Alright, let's just speed up time. We're ahead of our thing by 2 weeks. Or 1 now. So what I'm going to do as well is we can give this guy back his money. We can return the scraps and improve the relations. Now what we can also do is boost emergency shifts. I need you guys to get that food now. We've just brought down the timer to 32 weeks against 40 as a deadline. And we're able to store up to 25,000. So we're going to need another stockpile. But before I can do that, I need more prefabs. Right, so I'm going to make the executive decision. We're going to have to turn this off. Deactivate. Just for a minute. That workforce then can be used to actually build... Oh no, I can't. Damn, I'm just out of prefabs. I've really screwed myself. When is this done? Nearly depleted. 4 weeks. Okay, we can maybe just wait 4 weeks and then... see what happens. Alright, let's rapidly speed up time then. 4 weeks, this empties, we delete it. We get the prefabs back, we build that. Hopefully it's enough to do that. Otherwise we have to delete something else. Alright, so that's done. Deconstruct, 105 prefabs. That'll give us 138. So what do we need to build? Only 70. Okay, yeah, cool. We'll definitely have enough then. Great. A little scary, but we should be okay. Our timer has gone up to 47 weeks now, so we're a bit behind. The whiteout draws near. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. Our hunters propose to slaughter the remaining seals, including pups and females. This will allow us to gather much more food, but will wipe out what could be the last colony of these creatures on Earth. Oh my god. However, many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be a burden on the resources. Their sacrifice would significantly reduce the rations. What should we do? Slaughter the seals? Let our elders go? No. Don't resort to extremes. We'll gather enough food in time. If you fail, the consequences will be dire. We'll do it. It'll be okay. I have no doubt. What we could do as well, just maybe speed yourselves up, huh? It's a bit of an emergency, I would say. 35 weeks. We're only 2 weeks behind now. That's not too bad. Okay, so that was a bit of a mismanagement, but this will now sort us out. We'll put them on emergency as well, maybe. And we could always give these guys even more money to chill them out. It's nice to know the leaders care. You're damn right, Killian. Alright, speed us up. So that'll be the last little bit of prefabs. Once we get enough, then we'll build the next food districts, and we should be okay, I hope. And we're rapidly approaching our next reserve. Should we do the reserve first? Or get more? I think there is... difficult. Such a difficult choice, that. No point getting more if you can't store it, right? I think the reserve has to come first. So the hub. We can build it next to another food district, but that one's going to run out. We could build it next to the same one to reduce workforce. Can't build it up here. Ah, we could maybe build it down this way. Oh, I should have done frost breaking down here as well. Does it give any bonus out here? No. Okay, so you just go there. And then we'll do frost breaking here, I think. I think we already have that tile uncovered, right? So that should be next to where the district is going to be built, I think. Right, so we're expanding with the depot. Depot's just about done. Now we can build another district, but we're going to need 140 prefabs. We have 70 at the moment. We're at 26 weeks. We're just slightly behind. Let's improve the amount of prefabs we get per week. It's 25 per week now. Alright, just... oh, there we go. We've got enough. Alright, food district. So, 1, 2, 3. Now, that should be on top of that depot, saving us a little bit of extra workforce. Though, at this point, I don't even know if we can use it. 120. I don't think it's enough to do anything. Just noticed our generator is... that's fine. Although, the temperature's going to drop a lot more. So, let's just chill them out for a bit. -10 on the oil. This oil is actually running out soon. Wow. Well, what we could also do, boost... we're very close to the end. Just give you some scraps, chill you out a bit. That's okay. You're alright. Don't worry about it. At least if we die rich. That's great. Okay, so the temperature's just dropped again. We still have like no cold though, so we can just let them be a little chilly for a little while. That'll be okay, I think. New food is in, so we're going to be done in 11 weeks. We're ahead of time, ahead of schedule, and we can store 40,000, so that's perfect. And we're just about to run out of this one, actually, so we'll need to build the next one once that's deactivated. Don't know if anything happens if I turn that off, or we just let it end. Right, delete. Click? I'm clicking it. It's not doing anything. Oh, yes. Sorry. My bad. I'm clicking it! So, we can't build this because... I never frost broke out here. That's why. Alright, we're behind by 3 weeks again. Love it. But once that's built, I think we'll be okay. If we can just get that done in time. Food district. The music's just like completely gone off. I don't know if that's supposed to have happened. Alright. Ooh, 6 stockpiles ready in 6 weeks at the current rate. Well, the trust has come up a lot, so we'll have to just boost these guys and that'll be it then, I think. Emergency shifts. Workers in food district will double shifts. Disease increased. 5 weeks at the current rate. This is now empty. Demolish that. Get back your stuff. That's every food district we have is now buffed and increased. We did not send the elders away. We did not kill the seals. So I think we did alright. Temperature's about to drop again just before the whiteout. We can maybe boost the generator or something to help people. We have enough oil actually right now. We're not boosting that food district. We'd probably get away with it even faster if we wanted to. Alright, we're done in 1 week. Food secured. We did it. We secured enough food to survive the incoming whiteout. Our workers will make some last-minute preparations before the storm arrives. We should try to keep our people warm in this time. I agree. Well, the oil is okay. We have enough heat. We're not actually just yet. I think it's about to just about trigger. Alright, cool. Food stockpile hub full. There we go. The whiteout is here. The preparations are over. Nailed it. Negative 900 fuel, though, so that's not so good. Oh, man. Doesn't look like the safest place to live, I'll be honest. That thing looks like it's just ready to collapse down the cliff. Against all odds, when the whiteout hit the camp, the Wanderers were ready. Everyone was thankful we acted fast and gathered enough food in time. The miracle of the seal colony strengthened our hope that our journey will lead to a promised land. Our elders have added this story to our great tales, alongside warnings about a sinful city that still pumps smoke into the sky. We survived. First achievement, no lesser evil, and the end is just the beginning. We survived the end of the world. Maybe I'll just stay quiet for this. I think you can read it just fine. There she is, New London. The old captain is dead. New London is weak. Food is low, overpopulation looms, coal is running out. Fucking love it. People yearn for a future worth dreaming of, but is it the same future for all? Keep the city together. Or hold its hand on its deathbed. Love it. I love big bold titles like that. It's like Control. Scraping the barrel. Coal is running out. The captain is dead. As he weakened, growing divisions brought city maintenance to a grinding halt. Now, New London is left to suffer the consequences. As steward, it's your charge to lead, but you must prove yourself. The overcrowded city is low on resources. Use this warmer year to build more shelter, secure coal, and power the generator back on. Let's get to work. We're gonna have to leave it there. That's gonna be it for episode 1, prologue done. And we get into the meat and potatoes of the story. Now with New London. As we take over control from the captain, the steward reigns supreme. Look at this. Wow, we can zoom out far. Alright, that's going to have to be it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. This is a new channel. We're not monetized here, so any little bit of interaction, whether it be commenting, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, is a massive help. I am super excited to do this playthrough. Can't wait to continue it. So I'll see you soon in the next one.